Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. West Ham set to hold more talks with Man United ace as Galatasaray poised to swoop. It appears that a number of names are continuing to be linked with West Ham, and according to CaughtOffside sources with knowledge of the club's transfer plans, they will open talks again this week for out-of-favour Man United midfielder Scott McTominay. Sources indicate that the Red Devils are looking for a fee in the region of £29 million to £35 million, and whilst Turkish giants Galatasaray are also reported to be interested, they prefer a loan option as they consider the sale price to be too high at present for the 27-year-old Scottish international. It's also understood that McTominay himself wants an annual salary of around £10 million, which Galatasaray have also apparently balked at, weighing in with a €6 to €7 million salary package. With the Hammers planning those talks this week, which will be a follow-up to previously held discussions, this would put them in the box seat to land a player that they were first linked with 12 months ago, but who ultimately decided to give things another go under Erik at Man United. His 23-24 didn't get any better than the season before and has left the player with an important decision to make. It isn't clear if he is interested in a move down south or to the Turkish Super League at this stage, but surely either would be preferable if he isn't going to be in Erik ten Hag's first choice 11 at Man United. Were Gala unable to land McTominay, they could go after the Red Devils' English right-back Aaron Wan-Bissaka again, according to CaughtOffside sources. Erik ten Hag offers major clue over Manchester United stars' future. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has dropped a major clue over the future of Jadon Sancho, as he now appears ready to move on from last season's falling out and include the England international as part of his plans moving forward. At one point, it looked highly unlikely that Sancho would play for Man United again, as he was notably criticised by Ten Hag when he was left out of the matchday squad to play Arsenal away for home early on last season. Sancho himself seemed to hit back at Ten Hag with a statement on social media, and this later resulted in him being axed from the squad completely and moving out on loan to Borussia Dortmund in the January transfer window. From there, Sancho's form improved a lot, with the 24-year-old helping Dortmund to a hugely impressive run to the final of the Champions League, where the Bundesliga giants were beaten by Real Madrid. Still, Ten Hag will surely have seen enough in that run to convince him that it might be worth giving Sancho another chance at United, and it now seems that's what's happening. Ten Hag said the following: "As we said, we draw the line. Manchester United need good players, and Jadon is a good player. We have drawn that line and we moved on." Some Red Devils fans will no doubt be pleased with this news, as Sancho seems good enough to try to help through his tricky period he's had with the club, as a bit of the right treatment could surely help him get his confidence and form back. Man United spent big money to sign Sancho back in the summer of 2021, and he is still young enough to turn things around and live up to the potential he showed when he first joined. Player not training with current club, as he is eager for Man United transfer or another Premier League club. Fiorentina midfielder Sofyan Amrabat is reportedly not training with the Serie A club at the moment, as he still hopes to get a permanent transfer to Manchester United following his loan spell there last season. The Morocco international has long been highly regarded in the game, though he perhaps didn't give the best account of himself at Old Trafford last term, even if he showed some signs of improvement as the campaign went on. According to the Manchester Evening News, Amrabat is keen to stay at Man United or join another Premier League club, so it could be that we'll be seeing him back in English football soon. It certainly seems that Amrabat doesn't want to stay with Fiorentina, as he has been absent from the start of their preseason, so it will be interesting to see if this prompts United to formalize a move soon. Speaking exclusively to CaughtOffside for his daily briefing column last week, Fabrizio Romano provided us with some insight into the Amrabat situation, as he said a final decision could come sometime this week. He said the following: "There will also be a decision next week on Sofyan Amrabat, so it depends on United. They will decide next week. This is what all sources says. It's not clear yet because it only depends on United's decision. The player has already given his green light to the move. In any case, he could leave Fiorentina because he wants to try a different project." Man United fans will likely be divided on this, with some feeling their club could do better, while others will be patient enough to give him another chance to show what he can do after a year to settle in Manchester. Manchester United have scouted 22-year-old La Liga star valued at £34 million. Manchester United have scouted Girona left-back Miguel Gutierrez as they look to sign a new left-back this summer, according to Fabrizio Romano. United have been busy in the window, and having completed the signing of Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee, they are still working on moves for Bayern Munich defender Matthias de Ligt and Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Manuel Ugarte. Left-back has been a problem position for the Red Devils given the injury issues suffered by Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia, and United ended up bringing in Sergio Reguilon on loan for the first half of last season, which didn't really work. United have been linked with Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez, whilst Ben Chilwell's name is reportedly amongst a list of options. Shaw hadn't played since February before appearing for England at the Euros, and United will be hoping he can put his injury issues behind him next season. Romano has reported that the Red Devils have been scouting Gutierrez, who joined Girona from Real Madrid in 2022, but they haven't advanced their interest yet. Romano said the following: "Gutierrez is a player they have been scouting. Remember that on Gutierrez, Real Madrid have a sort of buyback clause, so they can still keep control of the player in case they want to. So there is also that factor to consider when it's about Miguel Gutierrez, but I think Manchester United will decide later in the window who is the left back they want to bring in. For sure, that position is something that they want to cover this summer." The left back impressed for Girona as they qualified for the Champions League last season, making 40 appearances in all competitions, scoring twice and providing 9 assists. A long-term replacement for Shaw is needed, and if United can get the right player in this summer, it will be a big plus in what has been a problem area for them. Man United move ahead of Real Madrid in a transfer race as they negotiate contract for League One sensation. Manchester United are reportedly now ahead of Real Madrid in the race for the transfer of Lille centre-back Lenny Yoro as they negotiate contract terms with the talented young Frenchman. Yoro has shown in League One, firmly establishing himself as one of the most exciting young defensive players in world football, and it seems he now has a host of suitors vying for his signature. Now, the latest on Euro comes from journalist Nabil, who says United have moved ahead of Madrid in the race for the 18-year-old as they discuss the player's salary. If United pull this off, beating Madrid to such an in-demand talent, it would be some statement by the Premier League giants as they look to get back to their best under their new owners and a new look board, which now has experienced figures such as Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox on board. Man United fans will hope this means the club can improve its recruitment, which is somewhere they have majorly lagged behind their rivals in much of the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. United often seem to spend huge money on big names who end up underperforming, whereas Liverpool and Arsenal have done particularly well to build teams with smart signings that don't end up breaking the bank. Euro would surely be an instant upgrade on the other defenders in Erik ten Hag's squad, so it will be interesting to see if he opts for the move to Old Trafford, where he may well have more chance of playing week in, week out, sooner than he would at the Bernabeu. German international of interest to Man United as hold up in Matthias de Ligt talks. It's clear that Matthias de Ligt is the preferred candidate for Man United's defense in 24-25. However, as of this moment, there is still no agreement with Bayern Munich. The Dutchman is believed to have already agreed personal terms with the Old Trafford outfit and is reportedly keen for a reunion with his old Ajax manager, Erik ten Hag. Until there is a club-to-club agreement, however, the move will remain in abeyance. Perhaps with that in mind, according to Sky Sports Germany's Florian Plattenberg, the Red Devils have inquired about Bayer Leverkusen's German international Jonathan Tah. That is thought to be the player that Bayern would consider as De Ligt's replacement if the Dutchman does move to Old Trafford. However, there could be plenty of twists and turns left in this story yet. At 6 feet and 4 inches, Ta is an absolute monster at the heart of the Leverkusen and German national team defense and would present a huge obstacle for opposition strikers, though he would appear to be a second choice behind De Ligt. At 28 years of age, he has the experience and know-how to be able to easily slot into United's defense if required. It's clear that he favors a move away from Leverkusen, though it isn't known how difficult Xabi Alonso will make things for the player to move on. After an unbeaten league season in 23-24, a campaign where a UEFA Europa League final win would have seen the team win an unbeaten treble, Tah's importance to his current club is obvious. Equally, there is no value in keeping a player that sees his future elsewhere, but to let him just walk out of the exit door at the first opportunity isn't going to happen either. Until Bayern can secure his services, De Ligt isn't likely to be going anywhere, and it may be that it's Tah that ends up pulling on the red shirt next season. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.